image.
No, that wouldn't be an internal critique then, because I'm deriving it from the axioms of paralogic.
What's paralogic?
It's the logical system that I hold to.
I know it's the logical system that you hold to, right? I'm asking you what that is. Can you explain the logics that you're working from?
Basically, classical logic plus atheism.
Classical logic plus atheism. Okay, so, well, wait, but when you add in the atheism part, I thought that you said earlier that you would be able to derive the statement God doesn't exist from the axioms of classical logic. So why are you adding in atheism as some sort of like addition there for how you would be able to derive that as a necessary truth, right? I'm asking you, like, how do you derive?
It's built in.
It's built in. No, I'm not asking you why it's built in. I'm asking you to derive the entailment. I didn't ask you if it's built in. Wait, so there's one way to interpret what you're saying, right? There's a way to interpret what you're saying as atheism is somehow an axiom itself, like the statement God doesn't exist or there are no gods is itself an axiom.
That's right.
Well, I don't know why anyone would have any reason to believe in your ridiculous claim that that's an axiom. And second of all, you didn't give an argument as to why I should believe that those things are going to be derivative from classical logic itself. You just said that those things would be added on from classical logic. I don't really care about that, right? So just tell me again, without taking shit out of your ass, right? Like, tell me again how you are going to be able to derive the entailment that atheism is a theorem of logic.
Well, that would just be confusing the issue, because I'm telling you that it's an axiom.
Confusing the issue? Look, you said it was an axiom, right? And I'm counteracting that and saying, well, quite clearly when we investigate axioms, right, and presumably you're going to give some sort of argument for why you think atheism is logically necessary. You can't just say that you're holding that as an axiom, but also make the claim that you're justified in believing in your atheism, right? You can't make those claims simultaneously, because on the one hand, if you say that atheism is an axiom, you're just admitting to me, unless if you have some weird notion of axiom, you're just admitting to me that you're not justified over your belief in atheism, right? But he's going to have to explain what it means to say that axioms are justified, right? But either he's doing two things right. Either he's going to equivocate. We could just kick Timothy for white knighting for Sean. So either Sean is going to equivocate on the term axiom, or he's going to contradict himself, or he's going to use some idiosyncratic notion of axiom, which wouldn't really make sense to the other interlocutors here. So he's just going to talk past the people here when he says that X is an axiom. So again, Sean, the floor is about that.
Hey Jay, if I get kicked, bring me back, bro.
Yeah, so I didn't. So again, you just saying that you don't care isn't like a response to what I'm saying. So which one is it? Are you equivocating? Are you contradicting yourself? Or are you using some proprietary notion of axiom, which is just foolish and is just going to cause some sort of confusion here? Which one is it?
All of the above.
Oh, so you admit that it's equivocation. You're contradicting yourself, right? And presumably under paralogic would be you take it that it's some sort of fallacy to contradict yourself, I'm presuming. Let's just suppose that would be a fallacy. That's just more signs of you being irrational and not holding to your own standards or criteria of logic. And the third one is that you're using an idiosyncratic notion. Is that right, Sean?
What's the argument for that?
All those three, Sean?
He's just like cracked, and now he's just going to troll mode, and he's just not going to. I think he's just giving up on debate. He's just not going to be serious anymore. He's just going to troll.
So, Sean, you're tapping out, buddy? That's it?
How did I tap out? All you said were a bunch of unjustified assumptions about what makes me rational or irrational.
I didn't make any. What unjustified? I asked you what the justification would be. Apparently you wouldn't have any if you're just saying that those things are axioms, unless if you're using axiom in some different sense, where those things would be justified. But you didn't give an argument for that. That's fine. You also said that you were contradicting yourself, right? And
why do I need to give an argument? When did I say I was contradicting myself?
I asked you, see, now you have like poor listening skills, because earlier I asked you, right, you're either going to be equivocating, contradicting yourself, or just using a proprietary notion of axiom, which is just going to cause some sort of confusion here. And you admitted to all those three.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Godless girl, didn't he just admit to those three earlier?
Yeah, he's trolling. He's resorting to trolling because he doesn't know how to debate.
Paralyzed logic. It's logic that's paralyzed by atheism, bro.
Yeah, so it doesn't count.
Sean, this is
an alternate system of logic. I never said that I was contradicting myself.
Sean,
I never said that I was irrational or anything. So I just don't see what your point is.
Are you begging the question?
Well, I accept begging the question, so that's not really...
By accept it, you mean like MasterCard, or is there some other intelligence?
Sad, Sean.
Yeah, this is sad.
Buddy, what's going on, man?
Well, the opinion of a sexless 22-year-old bisexual boy doesn't really concern me that much.
Wow, what an asshole.
Wait, are you talking about me? Or?
You think that's gonna affect me? What? You said sexless, bisexual, 2-year-old.
Oh wait, I'm all.
Oh wow.
He told me a couple of days ago that my baby was going to grow up with disabilities, like as an insult.
No, but Sean, let's investigate your views, right? So do you have any other view you want to lay out on the table? Because that was sad. What you just did was just sad.
I mean, I just think it's a demonstration that Sean really can't trust his own memory, He just have the cognitive capabilities to even have this discussion.
I will say that Sean has a brilliant man pictured on his PTR there.
Yeah, William Lane Craig's looking kind of sexy in that wife beater.